Hey everyone, welcome to our Team Infinity Coach meeting. My name is Manon, and tonight we're talking about how to expand our warm market, because whether we're starting out in the business or we have been in the business for a while, we always want to have new people in our funnel in order to start growing and not having the same people to follow up with all the time. We need new people, new blood, because eventually we'll have everyone as a client, or they're not going to be interested right now when we're planting seeds, and we need to talk to more people. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. If you have any questions, always, you can unmute, you can write in the chat. I'll start by sharing my screen, and here we go. This in present mode. Okay. We're getting ready for the first retreat. So just know, first retreat is for team builders. Since I'm looking at pictures of our team builders, you can all work towards that. You can all achieve it if you decide. So it's always a mindset, right? So team builder means you want to earn 25 ranking points. 25 leadership points, and be a diamond coach by the end of the first quarter. Okay, so all the dates have been explained in our Facebook group. Go check that out, and you're welcome to join the Facebook group for Team Builder Retreat. And what that is, it's not a push group. There's no consequence if you don't achieve Team Builder, but you're gonna learn different things. It's not a training, it's really explaining how to reach Team Builder. And if you have questions, you reach out in that group. The conversations are just going to be a little bit more focused on what it means to become a team builder. So don't be scared. Go in there, learn, take what you can from it. If you have questions, post in that group. Everyone in there is working towards team builder. But I don't want you to get scared. I want you to get excited, because it is something exciting. We want to help you. I want to help you earn more money in your business and impact more people. And that's how it's like a way for me to measure if you're ranking up, if you're not necessarily in rank with Beachbody, but if you're moving up in your business, if you're achieving your goals. So take it that way, okay? We also have our ring the bell in our Facebook group. This is really important for you to shout yourself out when you accomplish something that's really cool. And it could be like, I went live for the first time, or I went live for the second time. And it can be anything that's not necessarily rank related, point related, or income related. Just anything you did that brought you outside your comfort zone and you're really proud of yourself. And I want you to share it, because we want to shout you out as well. So make sure you would do that. I want to give a few shout outs. And if you guys have something you want to shout out, this is your time. So I'm going to start, but think about maybe someone on your team that you'd like to shout out, or you're proud of yourself or something. It's time to, I want you to unmute. I'll start and then I'll open the mic. So Leanne is at her first time Success Club 8. So that means she has helped 4 people this month. So congratulations, Leanne. Well done. Lynn, you made a post today about meal prepping, saying that you kind of always felt like weekends it was hard for you to meal prep on the weekend, but you did it on a Monday, and your post is all about, like, you don't have to follow everything like the others do. It can be your way, and it can still work if you do it your way. So congratulations. That was an awesome post. And Nick is running her own first BOD group on her own. So that's amazing. I know she had COVID, so I know it's going well, and regardless of the fact that she was sick, she's still showing up. So awesome work. Louisa's having another shake and share this Wednesday, so I'm super excited for you and to see how it turns out, and I can't wait to hear all about it. And before I forget, write this down. Next Wednesday, we have Jake from Beachbody Corporate coming on our call. So he's going to share a lot of awesome nuggets. So make sure you tell your team to show up as well. Anybody else want to shout out yourself or somebody else on your team?
I'll shout somebody out.
Maybe.
So I had one of my coaches, Alicia, who signed up for the new guess, challenge. It's not really, like you said, it's ongoing. It doesn't matter if you make it or not, but that's a pretty big leap to make. So I'm very, very proud of her for doing that.
Excellent. Congratulations, Alicia. Because like Shalyn said, it's just about putting yourself in that room that allows you to grow. That it's just to learn a little bit more and to see what happens if you decide to go for it. Awesome. Thank you, Shalyn. All right. Last call. We'll do this every week. So I want you to start thinking, who can I shout out next Wednesday? Maybe not next Wednesday, Jake's going to be there, but the following Wednesday we'll do that. Okay. So start thinking about who you want to shout out, and you always have the ring the bell to shout out people. I was listening. I don't know if it was a reel, something I was listening to personal development, and this quote came up, and I think we can all benefit from it and learn from it. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. So if you fight for the fact that I don't have time, I can never do this. When you're fighting for your limitations and you're trying to prove people, tell people why you can't do something, those are your limitations. When you're fighting for your limitations, you get to keep them. So think about that. Maybe write it down somewhere so that you can remind yourself to go for that. Yes, Leanne.
Sorry, I know that you can't see me because I'm driving in my car, but I put my hand up so that you would know that I wanted to. It's not a shout out, but it's a thank you to all of you, because I'm having a good month, and it's totally because of you guys. Because it's really about, sticking to it over the long haul is not all of the people that I signed up this month are people I've been working with for months. So if it wasn't for you guys encouraging me to keep going, then it never would happen. So not a shout out, but a thank you.
That's perfect. Thank you for sharing that. It's teamwork. We're in the chat. Sometimes I feel like we're in the chat and we're seeing people have success, but let yourself be inspired by that. We're all in this together, and we're all there to support each other, and it's gonna happen. Just stay consistent. We can't fail if we don't quit. So if you keep going, you'll make it happen. Okay. So grow yourself as well, and that's going to help you get to your goals. Thanks for sharing. All right. How to grow your business. Find the people who want our help. I've been saying this for a little while now. We can't help everyone. We can only help the people who want our help, because we would love to help everyone who needs our help, but it has to come from them. They have to decide that they need our help and that they want it. So this comes back to finding our target market. We can't help everyone. We have to narrow down who we want to help so that they decide that they want our help. And it feels like we're cutting out people in the beginning, but if we talk to everyone, we talk to no one. And you'll hear this over and over, and eventually it's going to make sense. But for now, just absorb it. Yes, you can serve different people. So let's say I serve mostly women who were active, who are getting back into shape, but I can also help people who are not, but it doesn't matter. The message has to be to one person, because it's going to be clearer. It doesn't mean you say no to the people who are not in your target market, but it means like your messaging is going to be consistent and not confusing. And yes, you can help people if they're like, I need your help. Of course you can help them, but your messaging has to be very narrow. Your target market, who you're targeting, and it feels very like aggressive when we say, or the hunting, but we have to narrow down to who we're talking to. So this is how we know our target market. So I've been listening to Kim Claver for a little while now, and she talks about your size 8 shoe. For example, when you go to a shoe store and you're shopping for shoes, if you go in the store, the person there, the salesperson wanting to serve you, has to ask you a few questions. If not, they're going to bring you all the shoes, and you're not going to know where to start, and it's going to be very confusing. So first, are you looking for women or men's shoes? And then which occasion? Those are all questions that you have to start processing when you're helping your people. So when men or women shoes, And then are you looking for a special occasion? What size, what color? And then you're narrowing down what you want them to bring to you. The same thing with your target market. You want to be precise enough so that when you're writing your content, it applies to a specific type of person. So who is your ideal client? It's you before you started. That's the easiest way to put it, because you know how you used to feel, and you'll be able to use the words you used to use in order to write your post. And when you're writing your post, you know you've written a good post when somebody comes out and says, I felt like you were talking about me. That's what we want. We want our post to talk to that person, that ideal client. So remember, it's sometimes we forget, but remember how you used to feel. Remember the words you used to use, and what kept you from starting, what stops you from saying yes, and go back in that moment and write those feelings down. Write the words you used down. Was it like, I can never do that, I will never be someone who loves to work out? Like, write it down, and actually take a minute right now, maybe in the chat too. I can post, like, when I share the Zoom link, I can post the chat. So write it in the chat. How did you feel before you started? And what was keeping you from starting? For me, it was like, I didn't have time. I didn't have time, and I wanted to go to the gym. I wasn't someone who wanted to work out from home. That's what was keeping me stuck. And sometimes we try to use the words we use now, like mindset and things like that. But back then, there's no way in heck I was going to read a mindset book. You would not find me at Chapters or Indigo in the self-help aisle. I was like, those people are nuts. But now I'm super into personal development. So that language would not have worked with me back then. So we have to use the words we would have used. So I'll give you a minute, write down a few words, maybe how you used to feel in the chat. Or unmute. It's easier. I know, Leanne, you're driving. Never enough time. And Louisa, you were messaging me about Pinterest, and you used to save videos and things on Pinterest and YouTube. So what were your words back then about that? Stuck in a cycle, Shalyn? Did you use those words? Like, were you feeling like I'm stuck in a cycle? Mandy, my mom in the back of my mind telling me to back away from the table. Okay. Yeah. So those are, I don't think I've seen a post about that from you. Fear of what?
I feel like, can I say something?
Yes.
Thank you. I just feel like, when I'm talking about like, recipes or food comes in conversation a lot, like at work, and people say, oh, I use Pinterest, I use this, I use that. And I was just exploring it, like Pinterest, I just use for crafts and that. And then I just found it so overwhelming to like go on there. And like I was there for like maybe 3 minutes, like less than 5 minutes for sure. And I found it so overwhelming to just look at it, because you don't know like where to look, and then you click on something and then it connects you to like another website. And I just find Beachbody is just so awesome because it's so easy, and I love the 2-minute videos. And like I'm a visual person, so it's like to see all of the instructions kind of in a video or kind of going back, I just find it so much easier. And since I'm having these conversations and lately I'm just trying to, that's why I was asking about that, like trying to figure out how, like, should I ask, I just don't know how to progress with the conversation to lead into something that I can talk more about, like
Yeah.
the platform that I use, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. So I want you
Okay.
to start using that in your post, but now you're like on this side. You love it now, but before you discovered it, you were doing like YouTube videos. I remember you were a free member for a long time, and you decided to give it a fair shot, and then you fell in love with it. So remember how you felt before you said, yeah, I'm going to pay for this, because for a long time you were doing YouTube videos, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, and there's nothing wrong with that, but talk to that person, talk to yourself before you start, before you said yes. Like, what was that? Why'd you change your mind?
Right. Well, because I think a lot of people have that, oh, well, I could get it for free. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, oh, I could get it for free on YouTube, or I could get it for free on this, I could get it for free on that. But it's not just about like, you know, getting a free recipe. It's just getting everything else that comes with it, right? Like, you know, the community and getting results, you know, like not just choosing a recipe, but choosing the education like behind the recipe. Like, do you have the right ingredients? Do you have like, you know, is it going along with like your program? So you're getting results by eating this type of food, or investing the time into making something that might not bring you any nutritional value. Like there wasn't really any other benefit for like, other than, okay, it's free.
So this is going to be part of your story that you're going to have it on repeat, like once a week. I was the person who Googled and YouTubed and saved all the videos and wanted to eventually get to it, but never got results. And this is what I found. So you want to talk to the person you were, and then build that belief bridge. We're going to talk about that. But what did you find, and why is it working now? So that you're bringing people along that same journey, because a lot of people are there and you were there. So that's a part of your story that you have to repeat and repeat and repeat. So that way, when people start to read your post, they're going to start thinking, that's so me. Oh my gosh, I save everything on Pinterest. I save everything on YouTube, but never get it done because I'm so like, I forget about it. It doesn't make sense. There's no progress. So you want to start talking about that over and over and over in your posts, and then related to your brand, your niche, which is with God and all that, respecting your body. And it allowed you to find a path that gave you results, which in which you have like the personal development, and you feel better and you're getting results, and this aligns with your mission. So Mandy, disappointing her, never enough, not worthy. Yeah, so all these things, talk about it in your post. I was the person who I held back because I was so fearful of disappointing my mom or myself. Start posts like that. Those are the words that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so me. And we want people to say, oh my gosh, that's so me, so that they keep reading and they're like, she has a solution. I need that too. Okay, awesome. So take time to write down what you used to say, what you used to feel like. And those are going to be like your pillars of your posts. Your posts have to create emotion. You have to go get that person, because, and you know how they feel because you felt like that too. So go and create emotion and talk about, I was the person, and go into feelings and really go into your feelings, how you were. And then this is what you found. And at the end, always a call to action. Your followers have to feel like it's about them. It can't feel like it's about us, the one writing it, but really how they can connect with us, so that they see themselves in your post. They have to feel engaged and like they matter. Like, and they can do it too, because you were there, they feel like you, and you did it, so they can too. And you have to bring them on the journey. So sometimes we feel we're not experts, we're not fitness experts, we're not nutrition experts. That's okay. We're one step ahead. Even if you're just starting, you're one step ahead. And I heard this quote this week: be the fifth grader to the second grader. The second graders always look up the fifth graders. They're not experts, they're not teachers, but they're like so far ahead. And that's what we have to be to the people looking to start their journey. Just one step ahead. We're going to build the belief bridge by talking about the feelings we had and where we are now, and telling them like, you can too. So take them from where they are to where they want to go. And one word, if you listen to webinars and people who are selling now, especially webinars, if you see ads pop up, click on it and listen to the audio, listen to the person talking. They're going to use the word imagine over and over and over. So start using that in your post. Imagine how good it would feel if you finally reach your goal, if you finally lost the last 2 pounds, if you finally had more confidence, if you finally fit in your jeans. Imagine how good it would feel. So the word imagine is magical. Now, I know there's people on Facebook, some on Instagram. I'm not really on TikTok, but TikTok is also a great way to grow if you want to go on TikTok. Video is beast. So if you are not comfortable, I want to challenge you to start using video in either your stories, on your feed. But if you're looking to build your audience, if you're looking for more people to talk to and connect and close sales faster, video is number one, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So video is the best way for your audience to get to know you. And in videos, you can use your videos and you can go live, you can use reels, and you can talk in your stories. But you have to start using videos in order to grow faster. If you want to grow your business, you have to get uncomfortable. It's different. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And it's okay. Just get used to being uncomfortable over and over and over, and you're going to get better at being uncomfortable. You're going to get more comfortable being uncomfortable. Engagement. So Facebook, if you've noticed, engagement is down. It's hard. Facebook is hard. However, if you pay attention to the words you use, if your posts are about saying happy birthday to someone, celebrating an anniversary, congratulating someone, or using a new profile picture, you're going to get more engagement. If you're doing a text post, you're going to get more engagement. If you're asking for people's opinion, you're going to get more engagement. So they are kind of blocking the words, join me, do this with me, send me a message, DM me. All these posts, you'll see there's less engagement, because they want Facebook to be about socializing and not about selling. So what you can do is create conversations in your posts, but then in your stories, your posts, the goal of your posts now are to bring people in your stories. And in your stories are your behind the scenes of your life. But in there, you create engagement, you get to know your followers, you talk to them on video, you talk to them like they are one person watching, not hey guys, but hey, that one person, like you're talking to your best friend. And in your stories is where you sell. In your stories is when you say, click here. If you want to join me, click the poll. How do you feel about this? And you can do this and that. Your stories is where it's at. Your posts are to bring people to your stories. And in your stories, you share about yourself. But in your stories, you also sell. You have call to actions every day. Either join my team, join my bootcamp. Here's what I'm doing. Click here to get a link. The product of the month, we're using the Power Greens right now. So if you, in your coach office, you have the ability to create links to your account. So create a link with your coach ID and plug it in your stories. Stories, that's where you sell. Make sense? Instagram. So in our Facebook group, in the Team Infinity Coaches Facebook group, there is a video pinned at the top about stories and one about reels. So I'm not going to go into huge details on how to create them, but I want you to know that reels and hashtags on Instagram is where you're going to grow. On Facebook, it's your posts, and then you can be in Facebook groups and interact in Facebook groups. Instagram is the fastest way to get niched content out and to get more eyes on your stuff. So you want to think when you're creating Instagram posts, is it shareable? Is it savable content? So you can do reels, which are very easy to share and save, and carousel, which are the swipeable posts where there's more than one picture, and you can teach in that, or you can share your favorite quotes. But you want to have your posts been shared and saved, because if they are shared, more people see them. If they are saved, that means they're going to go back and re-engage in your content. Your posts and your reels, again, here, same thing on Instagram, are to bring people to your profile and your stories. And in your stories, you're going to talk about your life, who you are. You're going to talk in your stories. You're going to create engagement by asking people, do you like this or that? Or ask them opinions, or ask them to ask you questions. And in your stories, you sell. In your stories, you say like, I'm starting a group on Monday. This is something you've been on the fence about. Send me an emoji, drop a link, drop a comment below, or click right here. Tell them what to do. You always have to be like, point here, do this, do that. People want to get told what to do. And in your stories, you sell. If they're in your stories, they're watching you. And that means they want to be there, right? So it's not just, it doesn't just happen. They're in there. If they watch 3 to 4 stories of yours, they're interested. They are a warm market. When they are in your stories, this is the door. It opens the door for them to say, hey, I want more information. In your reels, for them to be pushed out in the universe a little more. No landscape videos. So we don't want any black around our videos. No watermarks like TikTok watermarks, or what's it called? InShot watermarks. We don't want that. So different way, you can use an app to remove those, or you can save them to your phone before you post them on TikTok. If you're using InShot, either you get the paid version or you just zoom it out a little bit more. Once you get in Instagram, you can zoom it so it doesn't show the watermark. And if it's not niche related, there's no point of posting it. If it's a dancing video that has nothing to do with what you offer or who you are, you might get a lot of likes, a lot of new followers, but the thing is, they're not going to be potential customers. And then you have tons of new people that are not even potential clients, and it will reduce your engagement. You want to use portrait videos. So you want to use the vertical one. You want to use trending audios. You want to, also use your voice and use your original audio. So that means you are talking and creating a new audio. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, it's meant to be social. So what do you do when you get likes? You go, so on Instagram, you go check out the person who liked your reel. And if they are in your target market, like, I mean, if you're not serving men and it's a man, you're not going to take time to engage. If it's a woman that looks like she lives in Canada, US, UK, or France, and she looks like she would be in your target market, then you interact and you send her a message, kind of like, hi, person's name, thanks for liking my reel. I see you're into this as well. Keep on inspiring. Like Louisa, you had a reel who had like 400 more likes recently. Those are 400 leads. So go and check out the women who are in your niche and send them all a message like that. You're not sending messages to sell to them, just to see if you guys click, and if she likes you, she'll follow back. You can follow back as well and see where it goes. You're just saying hi. That's it. You're just saying, hey, how's it going? Good. Kind of like when you go to the store, and then you'll see if the conversation continues. If not, that's okay. But you want to have them then check you out in your stories. And what happens in your stories? You're talking about your life. You're talking about who you are, and you're selling. It doesn't matter if they don't respond. They're going to check you out. I promise you, if you send them a message, they clicked on your picture. And if they like what they see, awesome, they'll stick around. If they don't, that's okay. That's what we want. We want to filter out people. We want to talk in our stories because people are going to either like us or not like us, and we want to filter it out quickly. Okay, so it's uncomfortable, but you just have to go and do it. And when you get comments, you want to reply to all the comments, and then you can ask a question. So if somebody says, if it's like promote this on, I just say thank you. But if it's something like genuine comment from somebody that's actually a real person, I reply and I ask a question, or I start a conversation in the background, check out their profile, and see if they are in your target market. And then you interact with their content. And that means what? It means like about 3 posts, comment on 1 post, and then just keep note of them. You can add them to a collection. You can save, like on a little tag that says save. You can put them in a specific collection, maybe like January 2023, and then you can keep track on when they came into your funnel and not. Do we always reply, even if it's always the same people? Always. Because when you reply, even if it's us, that's why I always say, when you post, comment, let us know that you posted, because more people commenting on your post and more replies you have, it tells Facebook or Instagram that your stuff is something that people want to see. So it pushes it out to more people. If there's no comment, or if you don't reply, then Facebook is like, well, that person is not being social. I'm not going to help her reach more people. So yes, you have to reply to all the comments. Yeah. And Louisa, going to their stories is good too, because what happens when you're engaging in their stories, it goes to their inbox. So it's easier to get in the inbox if you're watching stories. So when you go to the top of your Instagram, you'll see all the bubbles, all the little circles of the people who have posted stories. You want to go to the last one and start engaging backwards. So that way, when you like or comment on a story, it shows up in their inbox and it's easier to start a conversation. And since we're going to be using our Instagram a little bit more, we want, because it's easier to find people, because we want to use hashtags as well. Hashtags that are specific to our post and our niche. We want to have our profile to be ready to receive these people. So when people visit your profile, they have to know that you have a business, that you can solve problems for them. So 2 ways to do this. If you don't feel like you can help people right now, but you're on your journey and you want to bring people along, you can say, I'm on a journey to losing X number of pounds, or to finding my confidence, or to growing my business to 6-figure, like whatever your goals are, on a journey to. Or you can say, I help people lose the baby fat, or lose whatever your niche is. I help women who are 50 plus get back into shape. I help women who used to go to the gym and want to start working out but don't have time. Okay, so you need a statement like that. Either I help in your something in your profile, I help blah blah blah, or on a journey to. And since they're going to be checking you out, you have to be active in your stories. You need something in your stories every day, something that they can relate to you. They're like, okay, I like her. She's a mom. She's this type of person. I want to connect with her. She seems like my type of person. Okay, so profile and something in your stories daily. And if you're talking your stories, that's even better. Try to challenge yourself to talk in your stories at least once per day, because when you have new people checking you out, they can hear your voice. And when they hear your voice, they start trusting you faster. And that's how you create faster connections. So your homework is to update your profile. Make sure you have an I help statement or on a journey to statement. You're going to create a reel. So if you haven't watched a National Wake Up Call from today, it was with Christina Delgado, and she talked about the new I am BODi hashtag. And I highly recommend that you watch the call, and then you create your reel with the focus being on I am BODi. And then you're going to be social and meet new people as they engage and interact with your posts. You can't just post and walk away. You have to post and at least take 10 minutes to engage with the people who are liking, commenting, and interacting with your stuff. Or if they're not yet, then go for 10 minutes and interact with the people on your feed, their stories, their posts. Does that help a little bit? Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I keep posting in my stories and it cuts me off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's an internet problem, or do you think there's something wrong with my settings, or
Are
it's
you
not
doing-
posting the whole thing?
Are you posting your stories on Facebook first or Instagram first?
Facebook.
Always start Instagram. Instagram has better features than Facebook. So you want to start on Instagram and push it to Facebook. The polls are better, the engagement is better, and then you're going to push it to Facebook and you have a minute to do your stories. And always record in Instagram. Like, don't put a video, don't videotape, film you and then put it in. Record through your stories and you'll have a minute.
But isn't that live? Can I do it not live?
It's not live. You just press your, hold on, I'll show you.
So that I'm definitely doing wrong. That I can correct. That I'm doing it wrong. That I will
Okay.
fix.
So I'll click on my stories here,
Yeah.
and then I'll click on the plus. And now I click on camera, and then I will click on the arrow here. And then I want to click on hands free.
Okay.
And now I'll push on this and hold it and then let it go. So I'll have a 3-second countdown. I keep my finger on it. And then I can say, hey, everyone, I'm on a call with the team. We're learning about social media and I'm just talking about stories. So then I press this button, it stops. And I can either share it to my stories. Oops. Now, like, I don't know if you can see, I have a,
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
stories or the arrow, and it's going to go to Facebook as well. If I click on the caption at the top, I can add my captions.
Yep. And do all the
Yeah.
all the added.
And if I want to save it and I don't want to post it right away, I click here and I save it to my phone and I can edit it or whatever later on. And then if I want to leave, I just exit by clicking the arrow. So it's not live and I'm done.
Okay. I don't do that. So, okay, I'm going to do that. And then now I have another question.
Yeah.
So when I go from Instagram to Facebook, it goes to my profile and it goes to my page instead of my profile on Facebook. So it doesn't go anywhere.
If you go,
So,
sorry. If you,
so, you know, if I go to my Facebook, like if I post an Instagram and then it automatically goes to Facebook, it gets posted in on my page. Like I didn't do it on purpose, but somehow created a page.
Can I
Now
help
it's
here?
going to-
Yes,
Yes,
go ahead.
please.
So I only do stories on Instagram and then they post to Facebook stories.
Yes. Yeah.
But I go opposite for my posts. I go from Facebook and post to Instagram.
Okay.
So
But it doesn't go on my Facebook. It
So
goes
it
instead
does
of
give
going. Yeah.
are you a creator or what are you scheduled? What does your thing say? I don't even know where my phone is. I'm doing my son's homework tonight, so I don't know.
Love it. I love it, Andy. No, it's going to, so in my Facebook now, I have my Facebook profile and I have a Facebook page.
Right. I have the same.
Yeah, but I don't want a page because then everything is going to my page.
So just change it from your page to your profile.
It won't let me do it.
Okay.
In your settings.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see. Pop up. Okay. So if you go to your settings, you should have,
In my settings in Instagram?
yeah. Account, I believe.
Sharing
you
to
can-
other apps.
Yes, and then you switch your account type. So you want to be, I'm a creator. So check that. So switch account
Do I
type.
want to be a creator?
Mhm.
I'm a creator. Mandy, you're a creator as well.
I'm pretty sure I'm a creator.
And then where'd you find the apps?
It's sharing to other apps.
To other apps.
Middle
Okay,
of the page. Yeah.
let's see. Smooth this right here.
Is it in my profile?
And then here you want to go see at the top. This goes to my where does it go to?
Are you in your profile? Is that all in your profile?
So I don't like sharing my posts. I like to organically place them, but my stories are automatic.
No, it's just my stories that are.
See, I can choose between my personal and my business. And then I can choose to put my stories and my posts. But my posts, the reels don't pop up automatically, but my posts, I do decide depending on the post. Sometimes I decide to post them automatically, sometimes I don't. Does that make sense? So in
Yes, but I
here,
can't get
you'll have the choice
well,
between the two.
I'm gonna have to find that.
Okay, so it's under sharing across profiles. It's under sharing to other apps. And then at the top, it's Facebook. And
Can
then
you go
you'll,
back one step? Can you go back one step?
yeah, here, this one here.
No, back before sharing to other apps. How did you get to sharing to other apps?
It's settings.
Settings.
It's the top three, like the hamburger thing they call it. This thing here. At the top.
The 3 lines at the top.
And
Yeah, I'm
then,
not in home.
and then settings. Okay. I'll let you play with that.
Yeah, I'll play with it.
Any other questions? Lynn, was it helpful? You just have to play with it. You're gonna do it imperfectly and just do more posts.
Yeah, I took lots of notes there, and I'm gonna ask my son's girlfriend.
Okay. And in our Facebook group, I made one on stories specifically and one on reels. So it explains how to do reels and how to do stories.
Okay.
It's pinned at the top, so you'll see it. All right, ladies. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. We'll take our picture, and then Louisa, have fun this Wednesday.
Oh, if there's no snowstorm, because
Oh,
a couple people said, yeah, I'm planning to come, but if there's a storm, because
uh-oh.
two people said that about the weather, and I'm like, what are they like? What's going on with this weather? So then I searched it, and apparently there's supposed to be a storm. So we're like, okay, let's pray that there's a storm on Thursday, because then
Mhm.
Friday there's no school. So
Yeah.
So that would be so much better. So we could work our report cards. But I'm just gonna have a tentative date. Like I'm just gonna reach out. Like everything's, you know, ready and
Yeah.
stuff, except the Chromecast thing, which we've been spending. Anyways, I'll reach out to you about the Chromecast. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna have a different date if it doesn't work out
Well,
Wednesday. There's the
we'll make it
storm.
put it in the universe that it will happen this Wednesday.
Yes,
Everything's gonna
that's
work
what,
out.
yes, that's what we're doing.
All right,
Thanks.
are you coming on for the picture?
Oh, okay, sure.
Wrong button. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Choose. Awesome, ladies. Have a good night. Thanks for jumping on. Bye.